welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. I am Martina Lily, and today we have the last day, day 10 of my current Everyday Pat McGrath Labs series that I am running on my channel. If you are new to the series or new to the channel, I am doing my version of an everyday wearable makeup look using one of my Pat McGrath Labs motherships or palettes in my collection to inspire you guys to bring out these very expensive palettes and use them on the everyday. Today is Moonlit Seduction, my hands down favorite mothership out of the whole 10. I love this palette, so I'm very excited to use it. We're going to create a look just like all the other days, and hopefully you're enjoying the series. Before we get into it, do the YouTubey things, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. Last day of Everyday Pat McGrath Labs. I hope you've enjoyed the series and it's been fun in some way, shape or form for you. And if you are over it, don't worry, regular scheduled programming will commence. Probably not tomorrow, but maybe, I'm hoping I'll still have a video up on Friday. I've primed already using my Rare Beauty eye primer. We are going to dip into Velvet Liaison just because I don't feel like using those matte shades as a transition out of Moonlit Seduction. As always, if you do not have Velvet Liaison, you do not need it. You can use your bronzer, use another palette or shade that you wish to use as your transition color, like whatever your personal preference is, or you could use one of these in the palette and build it up. One of you guys did say like, oh, why don't you just stick to the palettes themselves? The reason being, these are too deep for me as a transition shade, and yes, you can put them on lightly and buff them out. However, if I'm being realistic with you guys and doing an everyday makeup look, I don't have the time to sit there in the morning and use a shade that's too deep and build it up and blend it out and, you know, do all of that jazz. I just want something that's really quick and easy and fuss free. So the purpose of me using this isn't to show you that you need a million palettes per se. It's more so just showing you what I would do on the everyday to create a look, like a quick look using these palettes. And that's why I don't stick to the palettes themselves. As I mentioned, you don't need to have the shades that I use. I'm sure most of us have a transition shade that we like. You know what I mean? And also you might like to use different color transition shades, that kind of a thing. So just putting that out there. Enough talking, teens. So Rapper 27, dipping into my favorite transition shade. Actually, it's not. I do love this transition shade and the quality is impeccable, but that taupe from Subliminal will always have my heart. Okay, just lightly starting to buff this out through the crease. I am going to meet my mama bear for breakfast this morning with my auntie. She's over from New Zealand. Most of my family lives in New Zealand apart from like my mum. So yeah, my auntie's over from New Zealand. We're gonna go have breakfast and do some family things, which is nice. I don't live super close to my mum. I'm about an hour away, so it's always nice when I can see her and spend time with her. I am excited though. This is obviously my last look to film with this series, and I've had so much fun filming this series and creating the looks. I really do just love my Pat McGrath Labs Mothership palette, sorry. They're just so stunning. But I do have the gold palette that arrived 2 days ago, and I haven't had a chance to like use it yet. So it's sitting there burning a hole in like my brain because I just cannot wait to use the Natasha Denona gold palette. So that'll probably be the next video up after this one. Will be me trying the Natasha Denona gold palette. And then I think I've said this in yesterday's video, but I randomly ordered the new MAC palette, like the more cool tony one. So that'll probably be the video after that if you're wondering. It still hasn't shipped yet, so we'll see when I get that. I'm actually going to dip into this shade now in Moonlit Seduction using a What's Up Beauty R102. I'm just going to, notice I haven't put this on the outer corner. And I'm just going to do this to deepen the crease slightly. Again, as always, I'm sure you're sick of hearing it, but skip any of the steps that you find are like not your version of an everyday makeup look, or build them up more if you're like, nah, that's not glam enough, because this is just my version. Pat McGrath Labs Intensifies stick. Again, as always, I know you're sick of hearing all of this, but you do not need to use this. You could use concealer, you could use glitter glue, you could wet your brush, or you could use nothing. It is up to you. So I'm taking this all the way out to the outer corner. I'm gonna dip into the pink. It's special shade today. I did want to dip into this one, I'll be honest, and kind of do what I did yesterday with Utopian Dream, where I just like took the purple shade and like tapped it lightly all over the lid. But I'm pretty sure the last time I used this palette on my channel, I actually used that shade as well. So I'm going to use the pink today. I do have quite a few looks using Moonlit Seduction as well on my channel. I've got like a 5 looks 1 palette, my initial review, and then I'm pretty sure I've got like 1 or 2 get ready with me's. So there is a lot of looks out there. So I'm just gonna tap this on. As always, I kind of like to scatter my metallic shades up through the crease. You don't have to do that if you like a more like polished look. You could just do like a cut crease. Not necessarily polished, but just like a more structured look, I guess. I like to be kind of messy just because I have hooded eyes. So I find if it's a little bit messier and stuff, it just, for me, it's like my preference, you know? I'm going back into my What's Up Beauty brush and I'm just taking a little bit more of this color right here. And I'm just going to redo that a little bit. So you can stop here and leave this here. You might want to add a wing if you like doing wings or something like that. It's completely up to you, but you can totally stop here. You could also now go in with like the dark brown and like build it up on the outer corner or through the crease more. Like you can kind of do a few things here. I am going to take it a little step further myself. And I'm actually going to take this gold special shade, which is it's my favorite gold shade period that I've tried. But it is actually one of my top favorite special shades. I really like how ethereal this little gold shade is. This is like a suspended glittery type shade. So you might want to re-tap the Intensifies stick back over your lids if you find that you are susceptible to any glitter fallout. Or you might want to wet your brush and it will just make the sparkles like adhere to your lids a little bit more, so it's up to you. This is a Ref for 28 and I'm just going to tap and like sprinkle this on like fairy dusting. Actually, I might add a little wing today. Why not? YOLO, but you can obviously stop here. But I might add a little wing, I think a brown one actually. I've just got my Victoria Beckham Cocoa liner and I'm gonna try and stay in frame on the camera while I draw this little wing on. I also have an angled brush from LH Cosmetics. This is a 333. We're going to leave this here and I'm going to do the speed through of my base makeup. Everything will be linked in the description box down below for you guys if you are interested in what I'm using, and they are affiliate links, so if you do shop through them, thank you so much. So speed through of base makeup and then we'll come back and finish all this up. So let's do it. base is all done. We're going to dip into this shade with my Delium Tools 777 shader brush. Run it underneath the lower lash line. Just a really small amount of this shade on a pencil brush, and I'll just also tuck that really close to the lash line here. Inner corner, I'm actually gonna go into the lilac shade for the inner corner because I really do like this as a inner corner highlight. Just a small little amount. You could also just use the champagne shade in the palette. Victoria Beckham eye brightener for the lower waterline. I'm gonna put my Victoria Beckham Future Lash on and then we will do lips. I'm going to take my Victoria Beckham Lip Definer in shade 1. And then I'm going to take my Victoria Beckham lipstick in the shade Pout. As a side note, I picked up the new Victoria Beckham contour stylus yesterday and her new brow pencil because I was always going to pick the brow pencil up. I just wanted to wait for something else to come out. So I picked those up. I'm very excited to try them. Hopefully they come quick. I'm also going to take my Fenty Beauty Cream Gloss Bomb in Mauve Wise. Let me go ahead and put my jewelry on and we will zoom out and see the finished look. Finished look, and this is the finished day 10 Everyday Pat McGrath Labs for this round is finished. I am not going to continue on. Normally I would include other palettes like the holiday palettes or whatever. I just don't have the time this year, unfortunately, or at this moment anyway. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the series and had fun or got some inspo or just, yeah, just had a good old-fashioned makeup time with me. Hopefully let me know your thoughts down below. If you watched all 10 days, my lord, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. I'm thinking next time we'll do Natasha Denona, but let me know your thoughts on, like, do you kind of like these series where I do these quick everyday looks, or are we over them? Let me know in the comments. And also just let me know if there's other video ideas just in general that you guys want to see. I love taking your guys' feedback into account and incorporating it into the channel. So yeah, okay. I hope you had a good time. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I hope you have the most amazing day, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time.